name's Britt with North Beach Windsurfing. When I learned to windsurf a bunch of years ago, it was much harder. The gear was not optimized for learning. It was heavier, it was harder to put together, and it took me a long time to learn relative to what we are doing now in our lessons or what the gear is available now. You know, it took me 4 weeks to learn windsurfing to the level that people do in a 3-hour lesson now. And now if a person comes to a lesson with modern gear, the boards are more stable, the rigs are lighter and sized appropriately for learning, man, people just learn so much quicker now. One of the rigs that's available now is the Starboard Classic rig. And yeah, let's go check it out. This is the Starboard Classic rig. It works great for learning to windsurf. It's basically like the beach cruiser of windsurfing rigs. Man, this rig works great. It's super durable. It comes in this nice rig pack. So once you bring it out from the shed or the garage or whatever to go onto the lake or the bay, you know it's all here, which is great. You're not having to scrounge around looking for pieces or parts. It's all contained right here. And so yeah, let's open it up and let's check it out. This rig hasn't been opened before. So I guess you could call this a unboxing or more precisely an unbagging video. All right. So each of the components from the mast, the boom, the sail, each have their own individual section in here. So we'll pull out the boom first and put this down. We've got the sail here. This is the mast extension. And this is the mast base right here. And this is the mast. This is a 2-part mast. So the first time you're unbagging it, you just pull the mast out of the plastic bag. The mast comes in 2 pieces to make it easier to go into your car or truck or easier to stow. And so when we're putting this together, we just want to make sure that the joint, or what we call the ferrule, doesn't have any dirt or sand on it. And so first of all, we want to make sure that we clean it off to make sure there's nothing on there. And then we want to do the same with the inside of the mast here. We just make sure that it doesn't have any dirt in there. Otherwise, it becomes a one-piece mast, and that makes it harder to put away at the end of the day. And so to separate it at the end, we just twist it, and the mast comes apart more easily than just pulling it apart. All right, and so now we take the sail, we undo the elastic tie to help keep the sail rolled up. We grab the bottom of the sail or the foot of the sail, and we unroll it. The sail is made out of Dacron, and it has a vinyl window right here so you can see through the sail, and this is super durable. And then we'll just unroll the sail. It's got some paper here just as a wrapping. And then we just unroll it all. And so this sails come in different sizes, and it's measured in square meters. And this one's a 5.5, so this is one of the bigger ones. And this is a very popular size, particularly for adult guys starting out. So the Starboard Classic rig comes in various sizes. Comes in And for kids, it comes in a 1.2 square meter sail, a 2.0, a 3.0, and then it jumps to the more adult sizes, which is the 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5. Now we're going to show you how to put it together. So we want to grab the mast. We'll go ahead and put it into the luff, L-U-F-F, or the mast sleeve. And then we can go ahead and put the mast up into the sail, all the way to the top. Just give it a little pull right here. Make sure it's all the way up. Then we'll come over and grab the mast extension. And the way we can adjust this is right here. There's hinges. So we push on there, we turn, and then we move it down. And then the pins on the collar go right into the holes at the bottom of, or on the side of the extension. This plastic lever makes it really easy to push on the to push the button right here, or you can also remove it as well. I typically remove it just so my foot doesn't push against this and accidentally release the mast foot. There we go. And then what we want to come over, insert the mast extension into the base. We pull the sail. We pull the sail down just to where the hook goes into the grommet at the foot of the sail or at the bottom of the sail. And then we can just pull the downhaul tight. I can sit down and pull on the sail. You can pull on the bottom of the downhaul, and then there's a cleat here that cleats and keeps the tension on the downhaul, or keeps the tension on the sail. And then once you've done that, there's a little channel that fits through here, and then you can just tie. You can just wrap or do some half hitches around the mast to take up the excess line. You can pull the padding back, and then there we go. We can grab the boom. And since we're doing this for the first time, once we open up the boom lever, we open this up. We open up the boom clamp, and the uphaul is already attached to the boom. To adjust the boom, we spin it around to where you can put a thumb on either side of the boom clamp clip right here. And we just push on either side with our thumbs. Same way on this side, and then that opens up the clips that keep it fixed into this length. Then we pull it up, and then you'll notice that it says 4.5 LW or 4.5 HW. If we pull it out a little further, it'll say 5.5 HW, and the HW stands for high wind, and the 5.5 LW stands for light wind. And you'll notice that the LW, the boom's a little further in, and the high wind setting is a little further out, or the boom's a little longer. That way the sail For the higher wind setting, it's a bit tighter to deal with the added pressure of higher winds. And then once you have this, we can just push the clips back in, and then we're good to go. So then from here, let's put the boom onto the sail. We'll close the lever. Then we can come back here. We get the outhaul line, or the line at the end of the boom. We get this, the line comes through the grommet or through the circle on the end of the boom, comes around this ear, pull it tight. And then with the extra, we just wrap it around the end. Tie a little half hitches with the extra line around the boom, and we're good to go. And now we're just going to take the uphaul line and run it around the mast extension. And this is on a bungee, so when you're not using it, it lays against the mast. And then when you are using it, it'll stretch and make it easier to pull up the sail. This batten is designed not to come all the way, so it gives the sail more of a belly and is easier to learn with, because as you start to sheet in, it starts giving power right away. And that's the 5.5 Classic rig. Man, it just makes life a lot easier to use when you're starting out.